everybody, welcome back to Dinner and a Tip. My name is Brenda and I'm going to be your cooking guide. So earlier today I did a shrimp lo mein, but now we're going to actually do a chicken chow mein. When I did that first video, I was so hangry I could have actually punched a llama in the face. So good thing is we don't live by any llamas. I'm no longer starving, so we can take our time with this recipe. So this is just chicken thighs that I chopped up in small bite-sized pieces. We're just going to hit this with some pepper and salt just to give it a little bit of seasoning. So this chow mein is probably not your typical Chinese restaurant kind. This is kind of more like a chow mein casserole, just because we're adding soup. I figure anytime you have soup, it's kind of a casserole. But we're going to do it on the Blackstone. And then I'm just hitting this with some garlic salt. And when you're cooking with chicken, you want to make sure you're not cross-contaminating. So make sure you have 2 sets of spatulas. And I started with avocado oil because that's just what I use all the time. It can cook at high temperatures and it doesn't burn. It doesn't offer any flavor to your food. We're going to take care of that by what we season our food with. So basically these are just little bite-sized pieces. I know when I get it from a Chinese restaurant, it's almost like it's just leftover chicken bits that they threw in there. So I want our chow mein to be a little bit more on the hearty side. So, and this actually cooks way faster. So this is 5-6 chicken breasts. And I'm going to go ahead and do our mushrooms and our celery. Now, typically I would do onions in this, but our son just got back from his weekend of service for the reserve. So when he gets here, he gets to pick what he wants. So typically I would definitely have onions, but again, he gets to pick since he was out working this weekend. So any of you guys out in the military, we appreciate your service and your time. Please go ahead, subscribe if you have time. That would be awesome. So we're going to go ahead and saute these. I always start the chicken first because it always takes the longest to cook. And we're just going to kind of keep tossing this so it's cooked all the way through. This is probably, I'm guessing, 3-4 minutes to get this all the way cooked. And that's only because it's in such small pieces. But I'm going to go ahead and hit it with just a little bit more salt and pepper. And this is just a taste. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead, check our vegetables. And we're again making sure that we have our separate utensils. It's fine that these guys are cooking next to each other, but you do not want raw chicken touching your vegetables till your chicken is cooked. Then it doesn't matter. But until then, we want to make sure that we're staying safe. All right. So for the chow mein, I'm doing rice, which I already pre-cooked. And I did 2 cups of water, 2 cups of rice. So Minute Maid rice, I did just boil the water. Once it boils, shut it off, put 2 cups of rice, and then you can just walk away and focus on everything else. You can also add some bean sprouts to this. Basically, you can add whatever you want, but we're just keeping it really simple today. So I'm not going to lie, he can't hear me, but I really wish I could have stuck those onions in. But sometimes you got to be nice to the kids. All right. So with your chicken, you're just going to want to make sure you cut a couple pieces open. You want to find your bigger pieces and make sure they are cooked all the way through. So before we it's still going to keep cooking, but before I add all of our other ingredients, I really, really prefer to have it cooked all the way. And okay, yes, we are cooked all the way. So let's go ahead and get our seasonings. And I'm going to go ahead and just add some minced garlic to this. Next, we're going to do 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Sorry, it's starting to get dark here. We started dinner a little late. So 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And I'm just going to cook all of this right on the Blackstone. I'm not going to put it in a separate pan. We'll do 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And then we're going to do 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. All right, 5-second rule. What they don't know doesn't hurt them, right? If they want to, they could come out and cook. This is probably why I don't cook in a fancy restaurant. Okay. So I've got all of this going on. Just want to make sure that all gets mixed in there. I love the smell of this food. Sorry, that was weird. All right. To get the creamy, we are doing cream of chicken. And we're just going to go ahead and put that in here. And if you like this, you'll really love the beef chow mein that we did too. So, okay, got 1. Let's do 2. And then we're just going to basically mix this and serve it, and we are good to go. This is probably still only a 10-minute dinner. That's what I love about the Blackstone, is how fast everything cooks so you can get back to your everyday life. All right. Give that a good mix. Let's go ahead and add our vegetables in. If you like your vegetables a little bit softer, you could go ahead and cook them in butter. But I just did oil because I like ours a little bit more on the al dente side. So let's go ahead and give this a try. Let me see if I like it better than the beef. So just got our rice. Got a little bit of our chicken. And can't forget the noodles, which I actually had to go to 3 different stores to actually find. I don't know why there's a shortage of these noodles, but all right, what I already like better about this than what I get at the Chinese restaurants is the big chunks of chicken, the big chunks of mushrooms. So I understand this isn't typical chow mein, but it doesn't mean it's not better. So subscribe, like. We'll see you next time.